Hello guys, Louise is back. It's 1:14 p.m. What are we talking about today? A bunch of shit that nobody gives a fuck about, and it's called human rights, guys. Human rights. We all have human rights all over the world internationally. And it's sad to say that a lot of us don't know what our human rights are, because the most of the people that their human rights get violated are people that are illiterate, and that's not to offend anyone. That is just for the people that didn't have an opportunity to learn how to read, how to write, and that's why certain people are placed in place to help them. At the moment that you feel your human rights are violated, you need to know what they are. When a person stops you from expressing yourself, when a person endangers your well-being, when a person affects your surroundings, when a person tries to poison what you consume, or they start using your name, or they violate what's private property. You are private property. Your two legs, your two arms, your torso, your face, your head, that's your private property. If anybody touches you inappropriately, if anybody hurts you inappropriately, they're violating your human rights, especially your freedom of speech. They're violating your human rights. I just been back from Mexico 5 months now, where I was kidnapped in Mexico, and they violated my human rights. And how did I end up in Mexico? They kidnapped me from Peru, from my home, and I ended up in Mexico. So they violated my human rights internationally. I've been through this my whole life. I have lived my whole life in foster care. The reason that I became a psychologist was because I wanted to help people. I wanted to heal people, to understand that in order for you to be respected and in order for you to be loved, you need to treat someone the way you want to be treated. So many things have happened in my life. So many things have happened to my family along the way. A lot of people don't believe in cults. They don't understand what a cult means. I'm going to express that to you. A cult means it's a group of people attacking certain people and putting their life in danger to the point of death. That is considered a cult. And if you are part of a group that are harassing, bullying, attacking, trying to take something that does not belong to you, to keep pursuing the same one person, and they're all doing the same thing, and you all know you're doing the same thing, and you're all communicating with each other of how you're hurting a person, that means you're part of a cult. Most of these people are pedophiles. Some are mental patients. Some are drug addicts. Some are alcoholics. So these are the people that usually get caught up in part of this cult. Why? Because they have something that they hold over them. That your loyalty is in the drug. Your loyalty is in the drug. Your loyalty is in being in a place that you feel of comfort. You feel it's easy to take something from someone else that does not belong to you. And these people are placed in different positions of power. How could this happen? They are placed in the register recorder. They are placed in the DMV. They are replaced on the unemployment, social security office, in the government programs to help you get back on your feet. PATH, NCAP, SHARE, HUB, gain, growth. They're all placed in different places, guys. These people are all part of this cult, and it seems easy for them to approve their family so they could be in a state of well-being, while the ones that are on the street homeless, that they don't even know that somebody else is receiving government help with their name on it. And they're over here suffering. They don't have nowhere to live. They don't have any food. They don't have no one to help them because the police doesn't believe them, right? Because they're homeless. They're nobody that it matters. Um, There's a lot of things that are happening in the US of A today that has been happening since 1987. That's when this big EBT fraud started. That's the reason we all have to be good citizens. If something is happening around us, if something is happening with the government help we're getting, or any program that I have mentioned, you're part of the program, you need to know that these programs have to inform you how the program works. What are your rights? What are you receiving? They're not supposed to keep you in the dark. They're not supposed to just give you what they want and keep what they don't want. A lot of these people, you know how many people that are in a place of being, that are in, that give back to society. They give back clothes, they give back shoes, they give back food, and they're not receiving it because these people think, oh, well, you know what? I like the shirt, I'm keeping it. I like the bag, I'm keeping it. I love the backpack, I'm keeping it. They don't give it to the person that actually needs it, when they don't even need none of this crap. They have so much crap at home that they become so hoarders that they keep keeping the stuff for themselves. And it's unfortunate that we have so many people out in the streets now that don't have this help. And this is happening all over the US of A. There's a lot of catastrophes that have happened internationally that we all know that a lot of people are in need. And then there's a lot of people out there that don't know what's going on. They have a curtain in front of their eyes that they believe that everything that they're donating is giving them back to these people when these people haven't received anything. They are suffering. They are dying out there. They are killing them. They are keeping their identity. So you have to know what your rights are, guys. These books are out there. They're at the library. There are bookstores. If you don't have no financial backing and you don't have your finances in order, you could walk into a library and look at this book, guys. If you guys know how to read, if you guys know how to write, look at it. Inform yourself about the program. Everything about the programs are online. There are proper places that you could report this. If you have reported it to your state and they haven't done anything about it, it's up to you to report it federally. If you report it federally and they're not doing nothing about it, then you have to report it to the Treasury. This is where the money comes from to fund all these programs. They have a right to know how the money is being used and how it's been sorted out. A lot of these people think that they're going to keep getting away with this. But if we unite as one to report everything, and we get together and let them know that we are the victims, we are the ones suffering here. I haven't received any kind of counseling. I haven't received any kind of, a worker hasn't come and save me. I feel more like a prisoner. I can't even leave my home because if I leave my home more than 15 or 10 minutes, when I come back, there's fungus powder in my clothes, itching powder. There's certain chemicals in my environment that could cause you to get a flu, a heart attack, a brain aneurysm. There's people that put certain chemicals in the shower. So when you go take a bath and you feel that you can't even walk after you get out of the shower, it's a chemical that is deteriorating your spine. These people want to get you to the point of being disabled so they could take your rights away. You'll be putting in a mental hospital. They're giving you medication that doesn't correspond to you. These people are putting lithium in your coffee. If you are a person that buys coffee regularly and these people are working at a coffee shop, they're putting lithium in your coffee and you feel all jittery. You don't even know what's going on. You start getting nauseous. There's certain symptoms you start feeling. And I'm not saying that the coffee shops are responsible. I'm saying these individuals that are part of this cult that think that they could take what's yours. They see that you're a person that comes in regularly, that has a good car, that has good clothing, good shoes, has a home. They see you as a target. They target you. You end up in the street and you start thinking to yourself, wow, I got a doctor's in law, I got a doctor's in billing, I got a doctor's in accounting, and look at me now. Where am I? I don't have anything to prove it's me because they find easy to just erase you, change your fingerprints, and give you another name. What do you do? And I'm going to tell you guys, the best thing to do is live your reality. Live your reality. Live where you're at right now. Don't focus too much in the past where you were. Focus more on the solution and the problem. There are good people. There are good people in the world, and I want to believe I want to believe and I want to pray that there is good people in our government, that there is good people placed in a certain position of power, that they have earned that position, that they work hard to get there, and they did it because they wanted to take care of our population. They don't want us to die out. If we die out, who's going to become the customer? Who's going to become the consumer? Who's going to become the employee? Who's going to become the people that make this world go round? There's so many things happening now that a lot of people are dying out, and the sad thing about it is that the good people are the ones that are dying out, the ones with the good heart, and the ones that are left don't want to help anyone anymore because you feel violated. You feel that I have given so much back, and look at what situation I'm in. I'm in a situation right now that I don't trust anyone because everybody around me has proved to me that they're nothing but liars. They don't keep their word. They don't show up on time, and they don't do what they say they're going to do. These people rather live their life of luxury, of having expensive cars, living in a fancy home, decorating their home, having plastic surgery, buying more clothing, going out and partying every weekend at your expense. They're using government funds to do this. They think it's hilarious how they could use an EBT card and go to a supermarket and buy everything and then sell it in another store for more expensive price. They're fucking up our economy. They don't have a right to change the prices from one day to another. You need 6 months in advance in order to change the prices of something, of any product out there. That it's by law. A bill has to be posted out in order for you to raise the prices. No one could do that. And if you are doing that, that means that you are committing a crime. You're committing fraud. And that's something that you have to report as well. I know that it's difficult to do the right thing. It's easy to do the wrong thing. It's easy to become part of the problem instead of the solution. And I'm praying to God that there's more people like me out there that want to do the right thing by our society. That is what a good citizen means. The moment that you took that oath of becoming a U.S. citizen, you took that oath that you're going to do right by the people around you. That you're going to do right by the country that we live in. At what moment did we lose that right? Are we at a point that we're going to start a civil war between good people and bad people? Now, if you're a mixed child, it's a problem. You're not considered white, you're not considered black, you're not considered Asian, you're not considered Mexican. Now, what are you? Nothing. They think that gives them a right to mistreat you. At what point in our lives are we going to stand up for ourselves and understand that the best way to fight back is to do the right thing and unite? There's so many people out there hurting a lot of people in a certain way. There's so many people out there that are so innocent that they pay the rent every month, and the people you're paying the rent to never pay your rent. They keep the money in their pocket, they spend it. Next thing you know, you're getting evicted. How many of you have to go pay your car and it doesn't get paid? Because they're keeping the money in their pockets. It's easy for them to take from you, and then it's easy to blame you. So how many of us have credit problems? And we ask ourselves, why? But I paid it on time. It's on automatic pay. These people take advantage of you. How many people have linked your bank account to your PayPal account, and these people are purchasing all kinds of fucking shit that you didn't even know and that you were purchasing because you know that you were not even fucking here? How many people paying your gas, their light, their mortgage, their property tax, their life insurance with your money? They're receiving benefits that don't belong to them because they think it's easy to go to another program and claim something that belongs to you, and they're not paying it back because you're the one that's responsible to pay it back. Nothing's for free, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and we need to understand that every program has a catch. And in order for them to help you, you have to either donate your time or become part of a program in order to help someone else out. And I'm going to say this, if you are a social worker, if you're a case worker, if you're a counselor, if you are a psychologist, if you're a doctor, if you're an attorney, if you're a judge, and you're placed in a position of power, you took an oath. You took an oath to do the right thing. And most people that become any of the things that I have mentioned become that because they want to make a change. Because they lived it. They know what it feels to be hungry. They know how it feels to be homeless. They know how it feels to lose a family member to something that nobody understands. We are so confused about what's going on because we don't communicate with each other, or we're placed in places where they all tell us that there's something wrong with us and they just label us as mental health patients. And there's something else going on with us. I know that this is hard to hear. I express myself every day. I feel that my life is in danger. There's certain things that happen around me on a daily basis that don't have any explanation. I know a little bit about medicine to know when my life is being endangered. And I know what chemicals are out there to hurt people. And these people are so nonchalant about everything that they make it so normal to do something to hurt someone else. These people don't understand what they're doing until it happens to them. They're so angry at the life they live. They're so angry about their surroundings. They're so angry about the way they look. They're so angry about their situation that instead of finding a solution, they find someone to blame. They become a victim. At what time does the victim become a predator? At what point in our lives do we become the ones that are doing the harm and they don't see no harm in it? I don't give a shit. It's not my family. At the end of the time, this becomes an addiction. That's when you become a serial killer. The truth, even if it hurts, guys. Follow back, subscribe, Eloise. Fuck you. Have a beautiful fucking day.